Fugitive Nicholas Rossi has been found guilty of rape in the US after faking his own death and fleeing to Scotland. The 38-year-old denied all the charges at the rape trial in Salt Lake City in Utah. A jury found Rossi guilty of a 2008 rape after a 3-day trial in which his accuser and her parents took the stand. The jurors of 4 men and 4 women took more than 8 hours to reach their verdict. The verdict came after Rossi declined to testify on his own behalf. The court showdown happened after Rossi, who claimed to be an Irish orphan called Arthur Knight, was extradited from the UK in January last year. He was rumbled in a COVID ward at Glasgow's Queen Elizabeth University Hospital in 2021 and identified via tattoos, and the Scottish Sun was the first to exclusively reveal his arrest. In court, Rossi showed no emotion as the verdict was read out. He'll be sentenced in the case on the 20th of October and is set to stand trial in September for another rape charge in Utah County. The witness, who can't be named, told Salt Lake County she started a relationship with Rossi while she was recovering from a traumatic brain injury. But things turned sour, and she said he started becoming controlling and saying mean things to me. She went on to describe an incident where he pounded her car and used his body to block her from pulling out of a garage. They went inside the house, where she was told of being pushed onto a bed, held down, and forced me to have sex with him. The woman also told the court how she initially met Rossi through the dating website Craigslist, and they quickly planned to marry. Rossi quit the US in 2017, sparking an international manhunt. But speaking in June 2023, former Utah County Attorney David Levitt said they knew he was in Scotland.
We weren't going after him because we understood who Nicholas Rossi was. We were going after him because we had one victim in my jurisdiction. We'll go get him. If worst case scenario, we'll get a warrant and eventually we'll bring him in, right? Yeah, that's where things really started to get crazy.
Legal proceedings began but dragged on, largely due to Rossi's antics. He made a series of court appearances in a wheelchair, wearing a 3-piece suit and an oxygen mask, maintaining his claim of mistaken identity.
Sir, why do your fingerprints match those of Nicholas Rossi?
That will be presented in court. Congratulations on the promotion.
Has it been proved that you are in fact Nicholas Rossi? The fingerprints would suggest so.
That will be proved in court.
What was that?
Is the game up for you?
The game has just started. The game is afoot. I can assure you, I will not be charged with anything after this is said and done.
But he was finally returned to the US last year following a lengthy legal battle. Rossi was extradited to Utah in January 2024, while insisting he was an Irish orphan named Arthur Wright who was being framed. But during a bail hearing in Salt Lake City last October, Rossi admitted for the first time that he and the alias Arthur Knight were the same person. Investigators say they have identified at least a dozen aliases Rossi used over the years to evade capture.